Hey folks, Scott Grove here. Going to teach you the very basics of blues lead guitar, and I'm going to show you it on 3 frets only. I want you to remember for later on that anything you play in the 1 or just in the key of the song, when you go to the 4 chord or the 2nd chord in a blues pattern, you can always play the exact same thing you played over top of the 1st chord. So we'll be in the key of E. So everything you play in E, you can also play over top of the A. Okay? So again, I'm going to teach you this in 3 frets. Okay? Basic stuff. So here's what I'll basically show you. It's this. Okay, so if that interests you and it seems like it's within your skill level, which means this is actually a lot easier than it sounds, stick around, all right? Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. What we're going to do, like I said, is play on 3 frets. We're going to be playing on the 12th, 14th, and 16th fret. Okay, so there's just a skip between each one of them. So 12, skip 13, go to 14, skip 15, go to 16. Okay, we're basically going to be playing on the G and B string. Okay, so we have on the 12th fret, G string and B string. Of course, going up to 14, 16. Okay, what we will be doing a lot of is some bending, mainly on just the G string. Okay, that's what you're going to be thinking of anyway, and hopefully trying not to bend the B string so much. So concentrate on bending down towards the floor. Okay, that'll be happening a bunch. Okay, so work on that. Okay, as far as knowing where you're at and different keys, just go off of the high E string. We're at the 12th fret, so that's your high E. So we're going to be in E when we do this. Now we will be playing on the D string. We're going to be playing an E note, which is at the 14th fret on the D string. And we will be doing some stuff where you can go from the 12th to the 14th fret. Those are pull-offs. You can do a hammer-on too. Okay, now when we go to the A chord, so it's just E, A, and B. When we go to the A chord, that's going to be on the 14th fret. That's your actual A chord, just like if it was up here. Okay, but we're just going a whole octave higher. Back to E. Okay, and it's that bend downward when we're on the E, which pulls it into an E major. Okay, when we go to the B, we're simply going up to the 16th fret. You can go like that from 16 to 15 to 14. Okay, so what I want you to work on first is going to be, okay, so the hammer on and pull off. So it's pull off, hammer on the D string. And with context of the backing track. Okay, so you can see how that fits together like that. It's getting ready to go to the A. Just for Pete's sake, we're going to go ahead and switch with it to the 14th fret or your A, but still in the same place. Okay, so here's how that is. Okay, so there I'm going back to the 12th fret. And what you can also do in there is going and hitting that 14th fret on the D string. It's just another variation that you can try. Okay, so I will do this in its most simplistic form. When it goes to the B, up to the 16th fret, back to A, back to E. So using the most, again, simplistic form, it'd be like this. Okay, so that's the very basics of this whole thing. And why am I showing you this way up here? Because the amplifier that I'm using that has backing tracks built into it, every single blues backing track is in the key of E. There's like 10 of them, but every single one is in the key of E. Weird, so we have to play way up here. Okay, but that'll work anywhere. If you're in G, same thing, you're just going to be in a different place. Again, use your high E string as your guide. That's a G. And the note you're hitting on the D string is a G as well. So, okay, so back up to E. Okay, that there is simply bending and then stopping on the 14th fret. So you're on the 14th fret the whole time. This is over our A chord. Okay, so all the bending is over top of the E, but we finally resolve right there on the A chord like this. another little thing you can add in there. And when we go up to the B, or the 16th fret, I told you can go from 16 to 15 to 14, which will be this, and I'll use that new thing we just put in. Okay, so that's something you can add if you want to. You can do the 16, 15, 14, or you can follow it straight from the 16 to the 14. Okay, so that's how that goes. We can also add so many variations of the exact same thing, but just do them slightly different from each other. Okay, the whole... Okay, you can use that on its own. So everything there was being played like I had said. Anything you play over top of that E, when you come around to the A, you can do the same stuff. When we went up to the B, I just went up 2 frets. Okay, so again, very basic stuff, but if you haven't done it before, it's going to be unbasic, if that's a thing. Okay, so you could do stuff real slow too, instead of having to do it all real fast. Okay, I'll leave some space. Okay, so sometimes what you don't play is more important than what you do play. Okay, so you can play the spaces. Okay, if you think in your head, oh, I want to play. So the stuff that you would normally want to play in between what you're hearing that you would normally want to play. And it'll give you a whole different insight to what you're doing. Okay, so that is the very basics of that type of playing. Of course, I will add, and do have, other lessons on blues that are far more advanced, but wanted to get something in here for you semi-beginners or intermediates that show you something easy and something to think about. Okay? Again, I'm Scott Grove, and I will catch you on the next lesson. Take care.